Hey y'all. I'm not gonna take no time jumping in because I feel like I got a lot to talk about, and I'm definitely gonna keep the live up for people to go back and watch whenever. Light hearts. Y'all been keeping y'all heart light? Let me see some hearts on this bitch, some sunflowers, some light, some type of energy. I don't want to feel like I'm talking to myself. Hey, Regina. I definitely would like, I know I'm going to be doing a lot of talking, but I'm going to be reading the comments and stuff too. I definitely want this to be an engaged conversation, I think, or I might just be talking. I don't know. I did take notes so that I don't, get all over the place with it like I tend to do. But I just feel very moved to talk about this today. I know many of us, if not all of us, have heard the term spiritual warfare or heard the saying that we in a spiritual warfare or whatever. And if you haven't heard the term, it's real. It's out there. Look it up. So, I just really want to go over some like really key terminology that I feel like we know, but we use it very loosely, and we don't take it for what it really means. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Melanie. So, with that being said, I feel like I need to go over this little story. You know, I feel like everybody's heard the story about Jesus. Everybody's heard the story about Moses. Everybody's heard the story about Noah's Ark. Everybody's heard this story and has this one story or this one idea in their head. And I got another version. So, from my knowledge, from my understanding, from my studies, this the story. I'm going to make the story a little brief as I can, and then we'll go into the terminology or whatever. So the story is about this spiritual warfare, right? And it's about why Jesus came here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, pretty much the story about Moses. If y'all know the story about Moses, basically Moses, real family put him in a little basket and sent him up the Nile River to protect him because, shit was going bad. People was killing the babies and stuff, the first son. So his real mama put him in a basket, or his sister, and sent him up a river, and he ended up being found by the Egyptians, right? So he was adopted, and he was taken in as an Egyptian. They thought he was Egyptian, I guess, when they took him in or whatnot. So they took him in and they raised him as an Egyptian, which means they taught him all of the Egyptian traditions, all of the high magic, all of the ceremonies, like everything, right? So they taught Moses, he really Jewish. You know what I'm saying? Moses was really a Jewish person. His mama put him in a basket, sent him up the river. The damn queen, not the queen, but the goddess, she found him. The Egyptian goddess found him or whatever. And she adopted him. They taught him all the ways. But, he was very true to his bloodline. He was true to his ancestral line. So, he ended up finding out who he was. He ended up finding out by his sister and them that he was really Jewish because, the Jews was enslaved by the Egyptians at the time. So this is way in the beginning of the Bible. First, the Old Testament. So, they the sisters that's enslaved and stuff, they end up bumping into him because he's like one of the pharaohs and shit, and like he got ranked within the Egyptian house, and they tell him like, you really are Jewish, blah blah blah. So now he got like this loyalty to his people, and he really wants to use all this this knowledge and this divine wisdom and all this magic that he done gained by being taken in by the Egyptians. He like an imposter a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Even though he didn't purposely do that, but he want to be the leader of, let my people go. That's Moses. He want to get his people out of slavery or whatever. So he take his wise ass off yonder somewhere. And like I said, he had been really trained in these rituals and this magic or whatever. And so in the Egyptian magic. So he went out and did like this whole little ritual to bring down a divine being to give him the power and the magic to help him release his people out of slavery. This was his plan. This was his goal, right? So he go do his little ritual and shit, but whole time the nigga not really a fucking Egyptian. So since he not really Egyptian, he using all this Egyptian shit, they sign symbols, they magic, they rituals and shit. It backfired, you know what I'm saying? Cause it's like a white motherfucker using hoodoo, voodoo. That's our shit. You know what I'm saying? Our ancestors probably not gonna like that. They was enslaved by your ancestors. You think your magic really gonna be popping like that? Nah, go do the Celtic. That's kind of how this situation happened. You know what I'm saying? He dibbling, dabbling some shit that's not his. Granted, he was raised up in it. It's not really his by blood. So when he did that ritual, he ended up summoning this being. Basically, he summoned this being that came down and was like, you know what, yeah, I help you get your people out of captive, you know what I'm saying, but not for free. You're gonna have to basically sign a deal. You're gonna have to sign this contract that's stating that you're gonna give me what I want, and you're gonna sign this pact. So yeah, I forgot, let me backtrack a little bit. The being that he summoned down, name was Y. Okay, like the letter Y, real simple. The being that he summoned down, that he thinking is an angel, letter Y, he tell him like, yeah, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help get your people out of captive or whatever. But what you gonna do for me is you gonna have all your people follow me. You know what I'm saying? And they all gonna sign a blood pact. You gonna go through a little ceremonial, surgical ritual that discharges a little blood. And if that don't sound familiar to anybody, that's where the whole circumcising the sons came from. This is Moses shit. This didn't even come into play until Moses did this shit, right? Remember, he's Jewish, so that is a Jewish tradition, but somehow it's been permeated into a lot of people's households. And y'all know the little jokes people be making about uncircumcised people. The whole time they got this extra, they intact, period. They spirit intact a little bit more than those who been cut. You know what I'm saying? Because they are now in this blood pact with the nigga Y. You know what I'm saying? So Moses, he signed into this pact. He signed into the pact, right? And he got the sons getting circumcised and everything. But going on, the being Y started asking for like more shit, like that caused more bloodshed. He started asking for some like crazy shit, like I need y'all to go kill these people, like a lot of bloodshed type shit, right? So, and then it was falling back on the Jewish people, because mind you, this Jewish motherfucker went up and did some Egyptian magic that he wasn't really entitled to do. It wasn't his to do. So it backfired on him, which in turn it backfired on his people. So of course, when he signed the pact, yeah, they freed Moses' people. He was doing all type of magic tricks, putting the little staff in the ground, separating the ocean, turning it into wine, turning it into blood. You know what I'm saying? He was doing all type of shit, stunning shit. Like, yeah, I got the sauce. He thought he had the sauce, but the whole time, yeah, I see what happened to the Jewish people throughout time, how bad it was on their ass. And so he started realizing he fucked up, basically. He like, damn, I don't think that this is a light angel. I think this is a being of darkness, and I done got tricked or whatever. And it was so bad now that he basically summoned up the wisest motherfuckers from his tribe, and he took them up on took him to this little place, and he like, you know what, this what happened, and this what you got to do. And I know this what you got to do because this is what they taught me. I still know all the magic. You know what I'm saying? So he teach the wise men this ritual. It's called because he like, I fucked up. I brought down this thing called why. So now we gotta bring down something to balance it, because why rules the world, the earth, is eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Tit for tat. You kill one of mine, kill one of yours. It's never ending. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's where that whole born into sin come from. You know what I'm saying? Because we born under why, for those who follow, the Bible and shit. We born under why, born into sin, because this motherfucker is an entity that feeds off blood. So he basically like a vampire entity, right? So he let the people out, but then all type of bad stuff happened to the Jewish people, and he realized he was tricked. And so he, like I said, he went and called up the wisest people. Now he teaching them something we got to bring something to balance out this energy, because it's about to take the whole world apart. Like, it's just chaos everywhere. It's horrible. I hate it here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, he tell the people about a ritual to bring on a Messiah. And the Messiah is the energy of love and compassion, right? Versus, the energy of why, which is eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, which means we all just gonna keep shedding blood. It's a cycle. And that's what he feed off of. So, of course, it's gonna be a lot of situations where blood gonna be shed on purpose. So, anyway, what the fuck I was just talking about? That's this weed. Yeah. So he told the wise men, which is the three wise men, he told them how to do this messianic ritual to bring down the Messiah, which is the energy of love and compassion. He thinking like, you know what? Love overcomes chaos. We about to kick why ass, period, right? So he basically tells the three wise men the low. He tell them like how to do the ritual, and he go up on the Mount Nebo, and he never come back. You know what I'm saying? He never seen alive again anyway. They might have seen him dead, but they didn't see him alive no more from that point. So after that, the wise men end up going to do the ritual. They got all the tools, they got all the magic, they got, this high Egyptian magic shit, whatever. They do it, and hundreds of years later, Jesus come. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't that simple. It's like, it is that simple, but it's not. Because if you think about like the whole context of the Virgin Mary, when they were saying, they did this whole ritual to bring this energy, right? So the father of Jesus, which is the Son of Man, because he's here to save the man from why, right? So I just want to know, am I losing y'all? Because ain't nobody saying nothing. I don't know if I'm losing y'all, but if I am, please feel free to ask questions, say pause, something. But anyway, so long story short, the reason why Mary was considered a virgin was because Jesus' spiritual father, who implanted the spiritual seed, was those magicians, the occult masters, right? So technically, they're the father, the Godfather. You know what I'm saying? Joseph was the physical. You know what I'm saying? He was the physical. He implanted the physical seed, but it was the spiritual seed that produced Jesus, which is why, like, that was his destiny. You know what I'm saying? Was to have a double mission, was to be a carpenter and shit, but to also do what he did, So he came to embody this Christ energy. So I said that whole fucking story, bro, just to get to this part, that Jesus and Christ is two separate things. You know what I'm saying? Jesus is the man, and Christ is the energy that he embodied. You know what I'm saying? So Christ was the energy that the three wise men summoned to come kick Y ass, because Y is on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He on some straight bullshit. He killing everybody. He on some demonic ass, low vibing ass shit. He a vampire entity. He need blood to thrive. So you know that's not going good. So Moses was like, you know what? I fucked up. I'm about to take myself out, but I'm gonna tell y'all how to, combat this. And so it was to bring Christ energy here. But it had to come through a physical person because he was saving physical people, so to say, from this entity, right? So, long story short, the mission failed. And we're not going to say Christ failed. Christ didn't fail, but somewhere along the line, Jesus didn't fail. Christ didn't fail. The Christ energy just did not do what Moses intended it for it to do. He thought it was finna knock wide back out into the hemisphere. Because don't get it twisted. Why not the only entity like that exists? But there's such a protection, a vibration over the fucking earth, over the universe, that it can't protrude into it unless somebody do a bogus ass ritual like Moses did. So that's straight. You know what I'm saying? So we fucked up, but we ain't fuck up. Dude fucked up, messing with shit he ain't had no business messing with. And so it brought on this entity of bloodshed, right? And so the Christ energy is an energy of compassion and love. And so it didn't exactly knock Y out the box, but it's here coexisting. You know what I'm saying? And so now this the fucking fight. This the spiritual warfare, because they're both spirits. You know what I'm saying? But one is thriving off blood and the other is thriving off love. And they both want us. You know what I'm saying? They both want to inhabit us. So that was the whole story I had to get to. Just to get, so y'all can understand, if you didn't understand what the spiritual warfare is. You know what I'm saying? So, because once you understand what the spiritual warfare is, you start lacing your motherfucking boots up and putting your armor on. You know what I'm saying? And you start combating that shit. And you start realizing, no. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to go over some key terms real quick, right? And y'all could go backtrack and get on the dictionary with me. But I feel like I have to break the words down to the very literal meaning of it, because we don't take it literal enough, or we're taking it too literal, the mass anyway. You know what I'm saying? So the terms I'm going to go over real quickly is God, devil, demon, angel, spirit, hell, heaven, and Christ energy. So, hey TJ, hey Star, hey Shay. Okay, hey y'all. And those who just got on, it was just a whole story. So y'all gonna have to go back and watch when I end this. So anyway, we're gonna go over God and the devil, because they're interchangeable. When you believe in one, you believe in the other. You know what I'm saying? So God, simply put, this to me is the most simplest way you can put it, because it's such a vast energy that you can describe God in a mouthful. You know what I'm saying? So God is supreme creative intelligence. Okay? God is supreme creative intelligence. You know what I'm saying? We are intelligence too. I'm not going to get sidetracked, but a lot of us be out here looking for the intelligence and shit, and not realizing that we are the fucking intelligence, bro. Why is we looking at other planets, thinking about aliens and intelligence and shit, but we not looking at our own planet and who inhabits it? We the earthlings, motherfucker. We intelligent too. But anyway, God is a supreme creative intelligence. The devil is the destructive intelligence. And he's intelligent as fuck. Don't get it twisted. Intelligent as fuck. Tricky as hell. You get caught slipping. Everybody be getting caught slipping. You know what I'm saying? Intelligence. Destructive, though. He's the vice versa. So, now, getting into the devil a little bit more, it says the personification of evil as it is conceived in various cultures and religious traditions. And that's on a religious standpoint. And then on an energetic standpoint, it says it is seen as the objectification of a hostile and destructive force. So we're not even going to speak religiously, because I know everybody's not religious, but we're going to speak scientifically, because that's what energy is. Scientifically, the devil is seen as an object of hostile and destructive force, and force is energy. Okay. So, the next word, demon, which is derived from Greek, the word daemon. That means a supernatural being or spirit, and it's originally meant as a spirit being that influences a person's character. So it's like if you look at the word demon as exactly what it says in the dictionary, a spiritual being that influences a person's character, you'll know right there off back we be up against shit bigger than us, and that we have to be aware of to combat. You know what I'm saying? Versus thinking it's a motherfucking hooved, horned, bread thing jumping around and shit. It could be that too, but you know what I'm saying? So then an angel, supernatural intelligence superior to humans, that's in alignment with God, with your higher self. They also warriors. It's not all pretty and shit like they be wanting to make it seem. And then spirit, the non-physical part of a person, which is the seat of emotions and character, the soul, an animating or vital principle, held to give life to physical organisms, a supernatural being or essence. That's what spirit is, a way of feeling, according to the Cambridge Dictionary, a way of feeling. Spirit is comes from the Latin word breath. It's energy in action, it's animation, and it's expression. But, spirit can be low vibrating, it can be high vibrating. You have one. And what do you consume yourself with? You know what I'm saying? So, finish these couple of words, then I'm going to tie it all back in together. Hell, a spiritual realm of evil and suffering. Now, I seen a couple of definitions that was like a fiery lake for the whatever, for the souls and all that shit. But that's under the Christian belief. So we're going back to like terminology, what the definition mean. Hell, a spiritual realm of evil and suffering. And I don't think it take a rocket scientist to realize that in itself don't sound like something we not unfamiliar with already. They ain't like that, like this is what I'm supposed to be afraid of at the end. You know what I'm saying? Hell, a place or state of misery, torment, or wickedness. Shit, we done seen hell around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Bodies dropping, carjacking, drug dealing, just all of that folly. Hell, you know what I'm saying? Because hell is the abode of evil and condemned spirits. So if evil or low vibrations, forces that are in alignment with that eye for an eye ass shit, that just destructive energy, you know where it hang. You know what I'm saying? You know where it hang. You know where the alleys, the gangways, the blocks, the shit like that. You know where it hang. That's the abode. It's certain where my hood, we always be sitting here like, it's a black cloud. It just seems so dark over here. Because the fucking energy, bro, like that's on everybody. And so now this is the abode of the evil energy. You know what I'm saying? This hell. Motherfucker live right in it and shit. I've been there. That's that was the story I was originally finna come on here with, was my experience with spiritual warfare one-on-one, because everybody should have some type of experience with it one-on-one. Whether you know it or not, you do. When you sit there combating your demons, you know what I'm saying? Your shadow self. And it's not to be like, sometimes we be tired and we get comfortable with the motherfuckers and we be like, nice to meet you, demon. You might not be that bad after all. And we let them hang around for a little while and we allow it to consume us, and we be doing shit that ain't even really us. And you know what I'm saying? We've been hijacked because the energy so fucking low that it's draining. You know what I'm saying? So, like the synonym for hell is anguish, agony, torture. That sounds a lot like anxiety, PTSD, depression, anger, jealousy, envy, greed. You know what I'm saying? Demons. Addiction, demons. And I'm really speaking on this shit because this shit's so fucking real. Like, you gotta really be hard body for real. Like, I fight with these motherfuckers all day, every day. And sometimes I almost be losing. You gotta be really strong-minded. You know what I'm saying? Spirituality is not no, it's not no hoe. It can be very beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It can be very beautiful, but you gotta go through it before you find that peace. You know what I'm saying? We all go through this very dark period. It happens. It's that natural force to push us back into alignment to where we came here for. Because, of course, once we came here, we don't have no recollection of what we really came here for. As children, a lot of things that we innately know that we're still spiritually in tune with, we get it, you know, they banish it from us pretty much. We get brainwashed from our parents, from our peers, from society. Because the thing is, society is like kind of in alignment with why. You know what I'm saying? They keep you in this state of fuckery and shit, of depression, anxiety, lack, poverty consciousness, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, let me just go over my notes real quick. Okay, I said all that. Okay. Heaven. Almost forgot a word. The abode of God. And as we remember, God is the supreme intelligence of creation. The angels and the spirits of the righteous. The abode of God and the angels and the spirits of the righteous. That's heaven. So anywhere where you're in alignment with your higher vibration, with your God self, with your higher self, you're in the presence of God, and you're in the presence of heaven. You've created it on earth. You have peace, wealth, prosperity, abundance, love. You know what I'm saying? What more can you ask for? So, basically, I think I started writing all over the place. As I get to doing more like lecture type lives, I'm gonna get my shit together. But at least I came with notes this time. Okay. Yeah, I was all over the place. Okay, spiritual is in the highest place and the holiest place. Your higher self, your lower self, period, right? So that's the whole battle, is to stay in alignment with your higher path and to raise the vibrations of the earth. You know what I'm saying? We've been held captive by a low vibration entity that feeds off blood. You know what I'm saying? And we could disintegrate that motherfucker one by one, the energy. You know what I'm saying? Because his energy lives within. It's not something that is surrounding us like God. You know what I'm saying? through creation, but it is surrounding us through destruction. And it seems to be in some form of balance, I guess, because, we still here, but it needs to be a mass awakening at this point to realize that it's war. And we need to be more proactive in combating this battle on our own behalf, because I know too many people who have lost their lives to their demons. You know what I'm saying? I've experienced it a few times, real life possession, being so low vibrational that I was able to be a vehicle for a low vibrational entity, because my body, my shell, is too toxic for my higher self to even kick it with. It's not even there no more. You know what I'm saying? I didn't allow the motherfucking demons to intrude, to hijack. And it'll happen if you ain't strong in the mind. You know what I'm saying? And you're not going to be strong in the mind if you are ignorant, if you are unaware. Knowledge truly is power. When you know better, you do better. And what they say to be aware is to be alive. You fighting for your life, because there is a state of eternal hell if you think about it. Because if you are in a low vibrational state, right, when you die, and your energy, your essence, leave your shell, your body, what type of energy is it? Low vibrational. You don't just die and it transmute into some high vibrational shit. No, it's low vibrational now. Now you a motherfucking low vibrational energy, probably lost, and you better hope somebody in your family can venerate your ass. You know what I'm saying? Or somehow you get in tune with somebody who can help you. You know what I'm saying? So it is like, it can be an eternal thing if at that point you was just too low vibrational. And at the same state, if you're high vibrational, you know what I'm saying? And that time come, you transcending to something more higher. The Christ energy is your awareness of your higher self. It's divine energy. It's your light body, okay? So this the thing. We're going to jump back onto the Jesus topic, right? So I done told y'all how he even came into existence and why he came into existence. And this was to basically combat the energy that Moses had brought down, which is the one that feeds off this blood. The blood off of, the whole world. And so, it's like, I said to somebody a couple days ago, like, you got to trust your feelings. You got to stay in your feelings and not in your head. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where they be at, and it's tricky. These, I feel like I'm jumping all over the place now, because I get to looking at my notes and it's throwing me off a little bit. But anyway, so basically he's a human. He was a human person. And it's really messed up how they really misconstrued the whole story of Jesus to pretty much in captive a lot of our souls, basically, to keep this whole hierarchy of low vibrational energy in play right now. You know what I'm saying? We know what's going on, and what's in play is very low vibrational, like the whole government, all of that shit, without even having to go into detail. So Jesus come to embody this Christ energy, and this energy is like terrestrial. It's like an intelligence. It's not human form, and it's nothing that the human body can even embody. It's too strong. It's too much of a force, right? So that's why Jesus had to move the way he was moving. He had to be very high vibrational to even receive this type of energy into him. You know what I'm saying? He had to go through a period of initiations and a period of detoxing his body, his flesh of anything low vibrational. That's when he went into the desert, 40 days, 40 nights, no food, no water. He went into a great initiation period where he underwent this, this ceremony. Basically, he became consecrated, and he became consecrated to be able to receive this energy. And for those who don't know what consecrated is, that means to give power to something, to like the same thing as kosher, to pray over something, to bless it. You know what I'm saying? Like how we can consecrate this crystal to help me get over losing my dad or something. You know what I'm saying? Or we consecrate these cards, or you know what I'm saying, to make them do what they do. We consecrate our people in church. You know what I'm saying? When you go in there in the morning, they light the candles, they do everything very ritualistically. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, like he underwent a very like dark and like very hard initiation. You know what I'm saying? Because he basically had to lose his flesh pretty much. He had to be able to be at such a high vibration that he couldn't embody this spirit without it killing his body, basically. And so anytime in the Bible when Jesus was doing these performances of like miracles, when he was healing people, he was summoning the Christ energy. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like he was walking around with this Christ energy 24/7, because he can't, because this energy is too strong for a human body. Okay, so when he knew that he had to like really about to go do some shit, get Lazarus together, you know what I'm saying? He had to embody that Christ energy. And so the thing is, Jesus was teaching motherfuckers this shit too. Nowhere in the Bible was he saying like, follow me and do as I say. He watch me and do what I do, motherfucker. You could do it too. You know what I'm saying? And he was around. He wasn't around the high almighty, because that ain't who needed the Christ energy. You know what I'm saying? Jesus hung out with the thugs. Jesus hung out with the robbers, the mobbers, the motherfucking outcasts, the drug addicts, the whores. That's who Jesus was with. You know what I'm saying? That's who he was turning a light bulb on for them. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, if you was high almighty, you ain't need to be around Jesus. You already got your shit together, right? So that's why motherfuckers didn't like him, because they couldn't fight off their demons for real. You know what I'm saying? And that's like how it is in society. Anytime somebody do something different than what the collective is doing, we weirdos, we this, we that, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you got to really stand true to your own frequency, because it's designed to have us all be like robots out here, basically. Everybody saying the same shit, everybody thinking the same shit, everybody chanting the same shit, everybody looking the same fucking way, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody stuck in a cycle, feeding the same energy, you know what I'm saying? So it's time to really wake up as far as protecting your energy and fighting for your own soul, because everybody want to do better. I don't give a fuck. Everybody want to do better. Don't nobody want to be fucked up. I don't care how stuck in our ways we is, how much self-doubt we have, how many fears we have. Don't nobody want to be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to be out there feeling empty or feeling this mental anguish, or you know what I'm saying, like this anxiety, this depression, all this low level ass shit. Don't nobody want to, even the ones who act like they really with that shit, they be hurt in the soul. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of the time it's because you being hijacked. You got these motherfucking low vibrations around you. It's not even you no more. It's this energy acting out itself, making you be this way, or making you, you know what I'm saying? Not to say don't take responsibility of yourself, but you most definitely have to when you got something whispering in your ear that sounds just like your voice. You know what I'm saying? Ego and shit. Whatever you want to call it. The shit, the motherfucking demons be so cold. They so intelligent. They know all your most innermost secrets. Like, you know what I'm saying? That be the motherfucker that be sitting there antagonizing you about some shit that you can't even change. You be over here mad, depressed about some shit that happened when you was 9 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And you can't release it because a motherfucker just steady like bringing it back up, tormenting your life and shit. Because it feed off that low vibrational energy. You know what I'm saying? So it's time for us to correct it. And the way to do that is to protect your energy. You know what I'm saying? Protect your energy for real. And that's advocate for just staying in alignment with what's righteous. It's hard. And that's why some people do, you know, they do find religions, and that's for support. You know what I'm saying? To have somebody else with some guidance or whatnot, or some people don't, you know, to each his own. It's not to judge or to try to conform somebody, but to understand that we all are walking the path towards the light. You know what I'm saying? That's everybody's goal, is to become better. Unless you just a soulless ass motherfucker. It's some soulless ass people out here, and that's the people you stay away from. You know what I'm saying? The miserable and the unlucky, because that shit'll get on you. That dead energy is motherfucking contagious, and it'll have you out here fucked up in the head too, and all type of shit happening where you just, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to put you up on game on Christ energy. You know what I'm saying? Because we get it confused with this person. And it's like we saying Christ is going to return, and Christ is here. You know what I'm saying? This energy is here. It's within all of us. We all have a higher self and a lower self. Don't get it twisted. Sometimes I be vibing in my lower self, and I don't be giving no fuck. I be like, you know what? I'm sitting right here for the next couple days. Leave me the fuck alone, and I'm going to stay over here. I ain't even going to bother nobody, because I'm going to be miserable by my fucking self until I feel like fighting these motherfuckers again. Then I'm going to get up, and I'm going to be, you know, I'm going to be popping. My energy going to be on fleek. But sometimes, you know, I'm not to say like over spiritualize your life and be like, oh, you just always in this, you know what I'm saying? Just always aim to do better. Don't try to block it out and be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I could do an affirmation. We do have feelings for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You do have feelings for a reason to guide you. You do have this lower energy for a reason. And that's for, sometimes you got to get in survival mode. Sometimes you got to do some low level shit to survive. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to stay there. Once the damn shit is over and you survived it, you got to know when to, all right, folks, shake it off. Like, fuck up off me. I don't need you no more. Thanks for the good time and the protection. But, you know what I'm saying? It's time for me to move on to this different part of my life and find some higher shit to vibe with. Period. Like, that's what we all came here for, was to evolve. You know what I'm saying? To just do higher, to love over everything, love unconditionally, to learn how to do that, to learn to know yourself, because you can't understand nobody else if you don't even understand yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have to really know yourself, know what's for you and know what's not for you, because too many of us end up putting ourselves in this little ass box, or dimming ourselves down, or killing ourselves, or having so many like fucked up thoughts about ourselves because we trying to be something that we're not, but we hate the rejection part of it. But you got to stand true to who you are. You know what I'm saying? That's one way to kick a motherfucking low vibe ass, is to stand true to who you are. You know what I'm saying? And not to allow other people's energy to control you. It's not yours. You know what I'm saying? So you have to protect your energy. It's a work. It's work. It's mind over matter. You know what I'm saying? It's having mindful thoughts, period. It's knowing when you having a fucked up thought, when to stop and be like, you know what? I need to affirm the positive now. You know what I'm saying? Because we create our reality. Our thoughts create our reality. So if you're thinking about some bullshit, you're going to create some bullshit around you. It's always going to be bullshit around you. It's all you're thinking about. It consumes you. Duh, you attracted it. You know what I'm saying? So you can most definitely, that eye for an eye energy, that low vibrational shit that we be on, that we get stuck in sometimes. We do. We all fall short. We humans. You know what I'm saying? I know I definitely don't get up here and try to act like my shit is all the way together. I'm getting it together every fucking day. I learn a new medicine for myself. I just be out here trying to share with the next motherfucker who might need it. You need some medicine. You need some healing. You need some love. You know what I'm saying? Because I needed it. Period. So, heaven or hell, in the Bible is determined by whether you accept Christ alone, to save you. But the Christ energy is the awareness of your higher self. When you're aware of your higher self, you walk towards it. You know what I'm saying? You do. You get tired of your own shit. Sometimes you don't know how, and all you do is stop doing whatever you're doing. That's how. Whatever you're doing that just don't feel good, you do something different. That's how. But Christ consciousness is a high level of spiritualization that accurately reflects divinity, regardless of a particular faith or religion. So it's not defined by a creed. You can embody the Christ energy in any religious or spiritual community. It's all. That's why it's like we have these guys, these deities, like we have our Orishas, we have our ancestors. You know what I'm saying? And the Hindu people got Lakshmi and Shiva and all of them. You know what I'm saying? It's all the same though. They just different shells, but it's the same energy. That energy is all towards the collective of love and compassion. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all teaching. All of those different practices, whether you working on your chakras, whether you working on, staying in alignment with the 10 Commandments, whether you doing Ramadan, like whatever it is that you doing that aligns with your spirit, that keep you in alignment with your God self, with your higher self, then that's your Christ consciousness. You know what I'm saying? So, just protect your energy. And I got a couple of how to protect your energy. First is be willing to, face your shadow self. Be willing to face your demons and don't be afraid of them, because know that you can rise above them. Not to say give your power away to them. Don't give your power away to them, because they definitely, like I'm saying, they tricky. So, like I said, use your feelings as a compass, because your mind is tricky, but the vibes don't lie. That's my favorite saying. Like, but low energy is similar to toxic waste. That's why it's very important. Low energy, and I'm gonna wrap this up though. But low energy is similar to toxic waste, because low energy in your body, low energy, dead energy, whatever, it creates like a painful experience emotionally and physically. Like it literally drains your life force. You know what I'm saying? So you end up suffering, whether it's mentally, emotionally, or physically. You end up suffering when you embody this stagnant energy, this low vibrational energy. And a lot of the times we try to numb it out, and that's why we abuse drugs, or we got our habits, whether it's drugs, food, sex, shopping, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We got our little coping mechanisms to avoid that shit out, to not deal with it, to block it out or whatever. But you really want to just protect your energy by vibing higher. You know what I'm saying? And purifying your mind and your body by get rid of that shit. Sometimes you realize you have to fast. And to fast is not about starving yourself. You know what I'm saying? But you're starving your flesh, those fleshly desires. You know what I'm saying? It's a practice of self-discipline. If you can fucking control your hunger, bro, you can control anything. You got a powerful mind. You know what I'm saying? If you can control your hunger willfully, the food around you, your kitchen stocked, the kids eating, husband eating, you just, nope, I got to get these demons off of me. I got to purge. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do sometimes. And, so that's one way. Detoxing in general, whether even if you don't fast, but you stop eating low vibrational foods, like, the bullshit food, that shit that make us feel bad and that put on that. I don't got to get into all that. We all know what type of food. That shit. You stop eating that shit and start eating high vibrational food. Food with life. Food that had light. You know what I'm saying? Eating that stuff. exercise and moving, dancing, affirmations, mindful breathing. Sometimes when I'm knowing I'm around not a lot of negativity, or I feel a lot of negativity within me, I just breathe, and I use my breath. Like, I breathe in, and when I breathe in, I'm envisioning this white light filling me up, right? And it's filling out all the dark spaces and shit. And then I hold my breath so that it can like trap it. And then I blow all that shit out. Get the fuck on. You know? That's how I basically, that's mindful breathing. Another thing you could do is affirmations. If you think about some bullshit, affirm the opposite. Like, sometimes I get anxiety when I be in the car, and I had to affirm my safety. I am safe. Everybody around me safe. Woo, woo, I'm getting to, you know what I'm saying? You got to affirm your reality that you want. Don't feed into the fear and the self-doubt and the low vibrational shit. But do expect, when you go through these changes, expect the growing pains for sure. Like, you're gonna be sad. You know, this is stuff that habits, you know what I'm saying, that you've grown with, survival tactics that have you like grown to accept as a part of you. You know what I'm saying? It's some shit that instead of dealing with it and working through, we just accept it as a part of us. You know what I'm saying? Or even like the people that we around when we go through those periods in our life, and then when we start wanting to, you know, move in a different way, you start realizing that you're not resonating the same, or that you can't be around certain things because it's not in alignment with what you got going on or what your goals are. You be sad as hell. It feel like a heartbreak. You be grieving like, I miss my old life. But every time you try to go back around it, it don't feel right. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you feel like you're moving backwards or some shit. So you're going to go through a period of feeling like that. But that's when, you know, that self-care and that self-love really going to come into play, because you're going to become comfortable with yourself. You're going to really get to know yourself, who you are, and you're going to really start moving by design. Design about how you want, what you want. You know what I'm saying? What you want to have into your life. You're going to start moving by design. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's another thing. To protect your energy, sometimes you got to go MIA. Sometimes you got to put that phone on Do Not Disturb. Sometimes you got to just stop coming around. Even if it's temporary. Social media fast, turn the news off. Sometimes you got to disconnect and go MIA. Because we take on other people's energy like a fucking sponge. And who want to do all the extra work, steady cleansing, and you know what I'm saying, and bringing your energy back up when you can just prevent it. So one way to protect your energy for sure is to vibrate high and stay in alignment with high vibrations. Your mindful breathing, affirmations, prayer, meditation, creating boundaries, and also respecting other people's boundaries. Like, sometimes you really do have to set up boundaries as far as your energy go. I know I'm big on that. Like, when I'm going through shit, I be calling my friends like, no, bitch, you have to listen to me right now. You know what I'm saying? And pour all on my bullshit on them, and that's not healthy. You know what I'm saying? So you a way to protect your energy is also to do like self-assessments, and know where, be honest with yourself, and know and accept what you need to release from you, or what you need to improve. You know what I'm saying? What things no longer serve you and serve what you want. So you have to release it, because how else you gonna get anything new if your hands tied? You know what I'm saying? You gotta free up that energy. Also, really just trusting your intuition as it comes. Really just believing in it and trusting it. And like I said, don't over spiritualize your feelings. Don't be like, oh, I gotta, if you feeling in a fucked up mood or something, don't try to squash it out with, oh, I gotta vibrate high. Like, honor your feelings. Reflect why you're feeling like that. Take the lesson from it, or what, the wisdom from it, and then, you know what I'm saying, don't dwell in it is what I'm saying. Like, you can feel it by all means. That's your superpower, but use it for your better. You know what I'm saying? Don't dwell in it, but don't over spiritualize that shit either. And just, recognize yourself. When you recognize yourself, you force other people to recognize you too. You know what I'm saying? People be wanting you to dim your light to make them feel comfortable. Or like how people be like, oh, I don't see color. like them all lives matter people, they be blowing the fuck out of me talking about I don't see color. My best friend is black. Like, bitch, you better see my motherfucking color, because you don't see what they out here doing to me because my color recognize me. You know, so stand true in who you are. Define yourself, recognize yourself, because when you know yourself, can't nobody knock you off your square, can't nobody trick you, none of that. That's your divine wisdom. You know what I'm saying? That's your whole compass through life. So, yeah, moral of the story is spiritual warfare is real, and to combat it is to simply live towards your divine self. Walk into your divine life, no matter what you do. You don't got to go up in no church. You ain't got to pay no tithes. You ain't got to do that. You just got to do right, do better than what you was the day before. And, you know, we got to be out here the demon slayers. You know what I'm saying? I done seen, like I said, I done lost too many people to these demons who either they not coming back, so you might as well just say they ass dead, or something that's truly dead. You know what I'm saying? And that mental health is real. Like, so I appreciate everybody who watched my live. I had a mouthful. I'm open to any questions. I'm definitely gonna leave this on here, because I know some people who came on late. Let me see. I'm over here talking about I want y'all to engage, and I wasn't even reading no comments. Andrea talking about I don't know what you saying and you don't know what you saying. She talking about she funny as hell.
She knows she's saying. She's the dark energy just room bullshit.
All right.
What you watch the whole video for then?
She talking about please stop. Andrea, you be on big bullshit every day. Yes, I won't let it go back. People miss my energy. For real. Okay, y'all. Well, it's been real. Keep y'all hearts light. Love. Be gentle with yourself. Self-care is self-love. And forgiveness is power too.